let's talk about appraisals and how everybody gets scared about them. So I recently had a deal that we got a contract on it. We negotiated everything out, got past the home inspection and got the repairs agreed to. Then the appraisal was ordered. And the appraisal is basically what the lender uses to check to make sure that what they're lending on is truly worth what the buyer is paying for. So appraiser comes out, does his thing, we get the report, and we get notification that the value is short. So the purchase price versus what it appraised for, they don't meet. It appraised for less than what the purchase price was. And that is a big deal because the bank can only lend on what the purchase price is, or up to that. So there was a shortage there, and we had to come up with something. The buyer just wanted to come down to that price. Sellers didn't necessarily want to do that because they felt the value was worth what the contract was, and so did I. So when that came back, I started looking into it, got a copy of the report, and I noticed that there were a lot of things that were not correct in the report. So on this loan type, we requested to do a reconsideration of value. And what this means is we can basically submit the form, put all the information that we don't think is correct and the reasons why it should be corrected. It goes back and get reviewed, and then the value can sometimes change. And honestly, I didn't think we would have much success in this, but as a listing agent, I had to do that for my clients because I'm working for them to make sure that their interests are protected. So I found on this appraisal report that there were tons of things wrong with the house the way they had it listed. They had the style of the house wrong. They had the square footage wrong. They had the basement description wrong. So they had it listed as something that was not a walkout basement when it truly was a walkout basement. And then the biggest thing that they did was they put an active comp in the neighborhood that was for sale as a sold comp to try to justify the purchase price. And that's a no-no. So I submit all this on the form, sent it back to the lender and thought, I don't think we're going to get anywhere, but it's worth a try. Well, lo and behold, the value got adjusted and it came back and it saved the deal. So the moral of the story is you need somebody on your side that's fighting for you, that understands what to do in a situation like this, where they could have left $10,000 on the table when they necessarily didn't have to. And just remember, it's always worth what you pay for, because in this situation, it saved the sellers almost $10,000.